Hey, this is Doug Upstone for VegasProInsidersDaily.com, and we're going to have some free picks for you here in just a moment. Now, what I'm going to talk to you first about is that you can become a Vegas Pro Insider Daily member, or VPID as I like to call it. And what you can do is by doing that, you can just get all of my top plays on a daily basis, plus incredible systems, trends, everything you need to help you make the best picks that you make. Because, hey, I understand that every single day you don't play every pick that you purchase from any handicapper, and you also have games on your own that you like to bet. So that's what the premise is. We try and help you out here and make it worth your while to do. So hey, for $39.99 a month, you can get all of that, okay? And you'll also get some more other freebies along the way. Or what you can do, you can get the crew from the Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, the entire guys, Sean Higgs, Kyle Hunter, Jim Mack, Tony George, and myself. You can get all of our best bets along with everything that I just mentioned for only $99 a month. So either way, special deal, okay? VegasProInsidersDaily.com is where you can find that. Now, hey, let's get to some free picks. And I got 5 of them for you today because we're going to look at some of the line moves that occurred for today, June the 13th. So, hey, it's all baseball now with the Stanley Cup and the NBA over. So let's just go right at it. So our first one's going to be Atlanta at Washington. Now, with pitchers R.A. Dickey and Joe Ross, their ERAs are pretty high. And with that being the case, the total has gone from 9.5 to 9, and that's pretty much enough from 9.5 to 10. That's pretty much justification enough just for the total to go up there. But now let's also consider the Washington bullpen. They're 28th in ERA, and last night they blew another save against Atlanta last night, giving up 5 runs in the last 2 innings and a loss to the Braves. Their bullpen is absolutely horrible. I think this looks like an over, and add in the fact that Atlanta is 20-6 over after a game where there's 15 or more runs scored. I think that's the play here. Take the over in that game. Now, next game, we're going to go to the American League. We got the Baltimore Orioles at the Chicago White Sox. Now, after a 22-10 start, Baltimore is now a .500 team. They have not been playing well, and their latest losing streak now sits at 5. Yet in this game tonight, they have gone from a small underdog to a minus 115 favorite. I get part of why that is, and I obviously don't know why specifically, but I can surmise is because the White Sox starter Derek Holland has gotten, even though he's pitched well most of the season, he's gotten absolutely lit up the last 2 starts. He's got an ERA of 18 in those 2 games. 18! Crazy. So he's been brutal. But when I look at this, I see that so that's a problem, anyways, for the White Sox. But and when I look at the starter for the Birds, Alec Asher, he has pitched much better out in relief than he has as a starter, and he is their starter tonight. And the Orioles are a putrid 10-21 on the road. Not a big play here on the White Sox, but I think certainly for your consideration, I would take a look at the White Sox. Next up, we got 2 aspects to this tonight's Seattle and Minnesota game. Now, last night and tonight again, we have a situation where it's picking the lesser of 2 evils. Minnesota is the worst home team in baseball at 12-19. And going into last night, even though Seattle rocked the Twins last night, they were going into that game, or now even winning that game. They're 12-20 on the road. Now, this game also flipped. Seattle was the early favorite, and now Minnesota is right around 115 to 120 favorite. But in this game, I don't know. I just don't like the Twins situation here. Seattle can score runs. They tend to, on the road, particularly, they score a lot of runs in some games and just go cold in others. I think they'll still be good enough, and their pitching's been very good lately, and so they're 11-3 on the road when they've had 4 straight games of giving up 4 or less runs. I think they got a shot here to get this done. Now, the total, I'm not exactly sure why it really blew up. I mean, this is a pretty rare deal here. Went from 9.5 to 11. Now, I'm not sure if the wind's blowing out, but I do know it's hot and humid in the Twin Cities right now, so I think that's certainly part of it, and along with the Christian Bergman and Kyle Gibson as your starting pitchers tonight, and the Minnesota bullpen. Let's not forget those guys. guys, they're the worst in baseball, have the worst ERA. So if that game gets into the late innings and it's close, anywhere, say it's 9 or something like that where the total is, you got a real shot for an over. I like Seattle to win the game, and I got to lean with the over even at 11. Finally, our last game, we got the New York Yankees at the Anaheim Angels. Now, CC Sabathia is your starting pitcher tonight for the Yankees, and he was owed $25 million coming into this season or his contract at 36 years old, and he obviously hasn't been very good the last couple of years. So, with that being the case, but you know what? He's healthy this year, and he's learned with a drop in velocity to change speeds better and to work his pitches better. So big change for CC Sabathia, and in his he's 7-2 on the season, and his last 5 games he's 5-0 with a 1.11 ERA. Hey, pretty darn good, right? So, but the line on this game has changed. Yankees opened at -140. They're down to -120. A little surprising because the Halos, I mean, they got a pretty good home record. I think they're 18-13, but they're not that good. Okay, and they got C.G. Ramirez pitching, and against that Yankee lineup with Aaron Judge in there. Boy, that to me, there's a lot of value on the Yankees at -120. So, hey, this is Doug Upstone for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. As I said at the top, check out our specials. You can go on any number of different ways. And I have intro offers, either 7 days for $7 or $9 for 7 days for all the cappers. Your choice. You make the call. We'll do the winning. We'll do the work. Doug Upstone, Vegas Pro Insiders Daily.com.